Konnichiwa, Holy Ones. Going live, yes. Just getting started here at the dry lake bed in Las Vegas. Gonna have some live music, some drumming, a bonfire. There is some wind today, unfortunately. We'll see how that goes. But otherwise, I'm gonna be ready to rock and roll. Let me make sure this is going live. Looks like I'm live, yeah. Okay. So thank you guys for coming on in. This is gonna be a smaller event than last time, so but it'll still be fun, right? I don't know why it says I'm live, but so is anybody there? Anyways, I will just go because it'll be still uploaded. So we have somebody here. Machiwa, Helena, UTD, what's up, Holy Ones? Good. I thought I was gonna be alone. But yeah, the sun is about to go down. Okay, and so, but yeah, I'm at the dry lake bed again, and this isn't part of the drum circle. I mean, this live right here. I'm gonna do this for like, well, I'm waiting for them to get set up. So when that happens, then I'll stop and redo a new live just about the drum circle. Okay. Much love and much respect to all of my homies. This is gonna be different. I just was kind of like bored of waiting for something to happen. They're still setting up the drums and stuff. There's only one drummer. One main drummer, so a couple other people. But it's all about frequency. It's all about coming to a group of like-minded spirit, you know, kind of believing in those Starseed, Indigo type of ideologies that you don't find in religion. So it does. Well, I'll talk about that when I actually do the other video. So, but a lot of you are identifying as Starseeds and Indigos, right? So I myself, you could say a while back I didn't know what that was. I thought that, you know, I heard that term before, Indigo Children, but this is interesting place. This is considered what you call. Wait, am I still connected? I don't know how many bars I have out here. What's up, brother? Hey, Indigo. We got Madeline Keene. You notice that I use a blue energy and heal like Reiki? Yeah, you're going to be, as we activate, this is a planetary thing, okay? We have the stargates, 1 through 6 open. So a lot of humans are experiencing some type of awakening. And like you said, sister, you're going to see and perceive paranormal things. You're going to see auras. You're going to see, some people see balls of energy, specks, dots. A lot of things that I've talked about here that you most likely will be experiencing from the heart chakra activation, not necessarily the third eye. But some of you are opening a third eye. I know when I get lit, which I will tonight, yes, for the drum circle, I feel my third eye. I feel the crown, and it's interesting because recently, sorry about the wind, you guys. Can you still hear me with the wind? I heard someone made a comment that, well, chakras aren't real. But I feel them. Other people feel them around the world. Wait. Celine in the house. What's up, Holy Ones? I see orbs and I feel third eye. Yeah, this is something. That is confirmation. Like some people say, well, I don't know if I'm an indigo. This is indigo ray. Are you activating your indigo ray? Do you feel your indigo ray? You're indigo. Hello. a 3D person would not have that activated. Someone's playing a beat. Yeah, this is gonna affect the bonfire. It's gonna be blowing like crazy, right? But yeah, this is like crazy with all these solar panels. They like took over. They weren't always here before. Because I lived in Nevada for 10 plus years. So these weren't here before. There's nothing. I'll get closer and closer to them, okay? I'm just hoping I still have an internet connection over here. But they call this the dry lake bed for a reason, right? I hope you guys are gonna come to my live at the drum circle, okay? 10 minutes after, like 5 minutes after I end this one, I will start the drum circle. I'm just waiting for more action, more. I need the music to start, and then I'll start. Hopefully, the camera can stand up too with this wind, right? I love you, homies. What's going on? Oh, cool. Sunset Dreams will be there. Dimensions, yes, brother. Oh, higher dimensions. Sorry. What's up, Celine and Indigo? What's up, bro? The 40-year-old dark in the house. Williams. Well, I'm sorry. Wilma Beckham. The text is so small on this YouTube app. Sorry, guys. I'm acting like a noob here with the screen and stuff. But yeah, let me. I don't want this connection to interrupt. If I walk all the way over there, it might do that. But yeah, this is something that I recommend to you guys, to try to be part of a spiritual community in your town, in your city, wherever you're at. I was in, like, for example, I used to live in Tucson. I would look for people in Tucson, spiritual classes. Maybe you already know it, but it's an opportunity to like connect to other people on a spiritual journey. Because a lot of us are like black sheep of our family. They think we're weirdos, and especially if you have a religious family. Mine doesn't judge as much, but a lot of religious families will judge you, keep you outside the family, or kick you out of the family. So, but that's the thing about Starseeds and Indigos, okay? You see the sun going right back there. This is a new breed of consciousness, but in truth, it's not new. It's ancient, right? So, yeah. Let me see if I go way back. What's up, homies? Yeah. All my Starseed brothers and sisters having their transformation, having their changes in your life. So go join some spiritual classes, even if they're new age, but it's not for you to, it's for you to interact. It's for you to talk about Christ consciousness and unity consciousness to new agers, right? Machiwa. Yeah, I'm stoked. Even if it's a small turnout, I'm still excited. Because it's really powerful for medicine for me. Because, you know, when you get into the medicine and you get into the drumming, and the fire has always been magical to humans, right? Looking into a fire, drifting, staring into a fire, dancing together, singing. This is all expression of spirit. It's all like, I don't want to use the word channeling, but you are connected to your family of consciousness. All the different lifetimes, maybe you'll be attracted to this kind of stuff because you would say experience. Your soul has lived many times, yes? So your soul has experience, maybe in the occult, maybe in herbs, maybe in candles, or maybe in magic, maybe in healing, you know, and so this lifetime you have a curious interest in that kind of stuff. While and generally speaking, our memory is cut off. It still can bleed through. You can get pieces of it, fragments of it. It's in your DNA. And if you're on a spiritual journey, we're awakening that in ourselves. So, bless all of you in your spiritual journey. You see chemtrails. Well, anyone can see chemtrails. Monster Quinn's here? HV 1033? Wow. I wonder, oh yeah, 1030, how did you, that was 10 minutes and 33 seconds. Much you, yeah, can you guys hear okay? Because this is going to be sitting for an hour and 2 hours, 3 hours. Last time it was almost 4 hours. I hope you guys can hear it. 1033? Yes, for the most part? Okay, for the most part. Okay. So that's cool. We got some time together, brothers and sisters. So maybe I'll just sit down with you, okay? Put the legs open on this. Which way is the face more lit up? Apparently this one. Okay. Just chilling with you, homies. What's up? Christos avatars. We're all awakening to that part of ourself. Renato! Thank you, Holy One. Thank you. Appreciate the wind. I gotta make sure my hand's holding this. Thank you so much for the exchange of energy, Holy One. And I can only do this full time because of support like yours. Thank you so much. Much love. Yeah, you're right, Celine. Thank you. So this is something that we're doing together as a group, you guys. This is awakening happening in the collective, and we get the numbers from the Voyagers about how many of us there is. There's only a few million of us. Machiwa. Wait a second. HV in the house. Thank you, brother. Wow. Thanks for being you too. You're awesome, man. Thank you so much. So many blessings from you guys today. Much respect and honor. Thank you so much. Inner peace, grace, bliss. Those are our attitudes of mastery. It's also impeccability and mindfulness and omni-love. I see someone coming my way. But there's someone turning over there. Yeah, it's getting closer. Shit. Anyways, sounds like a didgeridoo. Look, let's go check out the didgeridoo. Sorry guys. Indigos and Starseeds in the house. So this is kind of different Saturday live, right? Make sure all my stuff hasn't blown over. Yeah, it's not going on yet, guys. Okay. It's cool, I just want to check. But yeah, this guy's coming closer and closer. Let me just stand over. So, I love you guys, and this is, I can even meet you on the first day and say I love you. Realize that we discover unity, and sacred universal law. And so, and a lot of people won't understand it. Like, I made a video recently about okay? And people said God loves good and God hates dark. You see what I'm saying? So you have to explain someone with love. And don't be triggered, you know. Understand everyone's at different levels of awareness. And so even if you have a conversation and they still disagree, that's perfectly okay. It just means they're not ready for it. It just means that in their beliefs they're still stuck with this type of idea. You guys understand the contradiction of God loves light but hates dark? You see the contradiction? Love is love. What kind of love is hate? You see what I'm saying? That I could see myself saying that 10 years ago. It's a low vibration. It's a low awareness, a low understanding. It's a program. You will see people entangled in programming all over the place. People you know, people you meet, people in social media. People are in the programming of religion, the programming of New Age. You know, there's all kinds of programs from New Age. It was created by the Anunnaki. There's a lot of hierarchy in New Age. Archangel this, Archangel that. And you see beyond that. You stop looking for saviors. You stop looking for lords and gods, plural. And you look inside. You start looking inside for the inner God, the inner Christos. Hear that? Somebody's just messing around. It's a journey, you guys. Spiritual awakening, Starseeds and Indigos, finding out that you are a Starseed or Indigo. Let me ask you that. Where should you look and find out if you're a Starseed or an Indigo? You look inside. You don't need to do a palm reading. You don't need to do a birth chart. You don't need astrology. You don't need tarot. Okay? You can find this out. You don't need some psychic person you know. Hey, read me. Do a reading on me. Inherently, that's not wrong or bad, especially when you give someone permission. But how is that going to help you? You got to find out from inside, and we keep on talking about it sounds simple, but it's not, apparently. The answer is you find by activating your heart chakra, your throat chakra, and your third eye chakra. Why? Because that's the soul level. Chakra 1, 2, and 3 is the incarnate level. Okay, so we're trying to go beyond the incarnate level into the soul identity. So you activate the soul chakras. 4th, heart, green ray. 5th, blue ray. 6th. So you guys can find some techniques online in New Age books, but I suggest to learn from the order teachings, the innerchristos way. And you're going to learn now to do that in Cathara. It's called triadic phase currents. Don't let that sound like crazy weird to you, like, what, huh? Triadic, as in three. Phase currents. Well, we know currents means energy, like the life force energy. See, people like to group things into just prana. You guys, in the inner Christos, you learn the creation mechanics. It's not just prana. Okay, there's many levels of kundalini, many levels of life force prana. You don't just say prana, you actually know that you're running 3D current. You know if you're running 4D current, 5D current, 6D current, 7D current, 8D current, 9D silver ray, okay, 10D dark blue. You know what current prana energy life force that you're running. So we be specific in these teachings, yes? brother, sister. We don't have to agree on everything and still get along. Understand? There's some reason why you're here. Part of you, what we call your higher self, your soul, brought you to these teachings, to Ashiana, or to something that I'm making, or our brother Samuel Lee's making, or Lisa Renee, or anyone following, studying, training these teachings. It's a lifestyle, you guys. It's a mentality. It's something that you practice and make goals for. Say, I want to become a master in Kathara, Triadic phase currents. Put intention. Use manifestation. I hear them playing around the drum, so lots of blue-green orbs. Yes, they can be in different colors. I've seen them. One of the freakiest things I've seen, I've never seen in anyone else's videos, I'm not saying it's not, but I've captured several times where these orbs, be careful with my phone, were connected, dude. 2 round orbs, right? Connected. So they're etheric energy, so they're 3-dimensional, so they're kind of like enmeshed in each other's bodies. Orb sex. You know, you want to hear something really weird? I've seen this came out of the freaking wall, too. I captured on camera. This thing came out of the wall. It was 5 orbs. I don't know, maybe it's 5 or 6 orbs. It was a few orbs, all linked together, like a orb orgy. I don't know if they're having sex, they're just sharing energy. They don't call it sex. They obviously don't have eyes, they don't have genitals. They're merging their energies. They're having an orb party. And yes, I've seen them bluish. I've seen them many different sizes. I've seen them moving at different speeds. Like, you see them, a lot of them go super fast, and others, I captured an awesome one. It was moving real slow, and it looked just like a freaking UFO, man. No joke. I'll have to pull that video up. I think it might be in my beginning of my Instagram channel, because I was started as just a spirit work channel. I turned it into Christos avatar. So if you want to see my orb videos, check out my Instagram channel, you guys. 45 homies online. Good to see you guys. Yeah, it's they're real things. They're not dust particles like people will say. They'll say they're water droplets. Let them. You see the people at different levels of awareness. You don't criticize them and think you're better than them, but you also move on. You move on. They're not ready. They're still figuring it out, and that's okay. And so, honestly, I haven't seen many orbs here. I mean, in Nevada. I saw a ton of orbs living in Tucson. It was insane, man. The most orbs I've ever seen in my life, even more than when I was in Sedona. And I don't know if that was because I was in this house, in this room, and it opened up a portal. Like, you can call it a portal or whatever, but it was an opening. I mean, it was an event that happened, and I caught it on camera. It's also on my Instagram channel at the very beginning of the channel. There was a shit ton of orbs suddenly out. Like, you get normal orb activity, and then a whole flood. And they're all coming upwards out. So they're coming out of some hole, some opening. What causes that? What's the reason for that? Because it happened twice in my room in the same part of the floor. That's more than coincidence for something supernatural like that. It's not supernatural, you know what I'm saying? It's paranormal, at least. And you see patterns like that. You'll see patterns and you'll know it's just more than some speculation. 3 3D speculation. So, yeah, a portal opening's fun. Not all portal opening would be positive or good. I mean, these beings use portals. The negative beings also use portals. They'll learn how to find, well, I'm sure they have a whole map. There's got to be maps of all the portals on planet Earth, all the portals in different places of the planet. And think of it, there must be portals under the oceans, in the oceans, above in the air, not limited. Don't just think 3D, There must be in different heights, different depths, different places that you wouldn't think there would be some portal or opening. Like there's this there's a TV show I finished watching a while back. It was called His Dark Materials, and they had all these little doorways that took them into other worlds. So here comes someone else from way over there. See, some people don't have a hard time finding this place. Like I'm a regular, I know exactly how to get here, but some people have to figure it out, so they're driving all over the dry lake bed trying to find it. So yeah. But anyways, let me see what kind of activity we got. Oh, I'm certain there are cars now. There's more cars. Let me just show it to you guys, okay? And I won't talk, I'll just show it. That's where the bonfire will be, right over there. Yeah, they're set up yet, so. Christos, baby, what's up? My middle name, Christos, Christ. Innerchristos, inner Christ. We'll give it a little bit more. Technically, they say it starts at 8, but that's Pacific Standard Time. So, but even if it's going to be a small turnout, it's still going to be fun as hell, right? And so I love it. Much respect to you guys in your spiritual journey as we awaken ourselves and learn more from you want to call them failures. Nothing's really a failure. It's just a learning lesson, and you start gravitating to a certain polarity, a certain direction. Maybe you start becoming an asshole, connecting to negative energies, narcissistic energies, psychopathic energies. You like to manipulate people. You like drama. You like, being tough. You like comparing yourselves to others. That's not the path. That's not that's not unity. Unity is finding improvement. Most people go on a spiritual journey because whatever they had before was not working. And so it's about change. You make changes in the spiritual journey. You learn that, for example, You will have signs, you guys, if you're a starseed or an indigo. The indigo is easy. Well, they're both easy because if you have psychic abilities, you're a starseed or indigo. Am I saying that earth seeds can't have psychic abilities? No, but there's a lot less of them. That means in this lifetime, they started to develop their psychic potential. And so, Starseed and Indigo, they have it already. Those are strands that they came in with. But once again, you have to know it's there. You have to be aware of it and activate them. Become aware. Most likely, you're going to be into energy systems. You know, you're going to be into chakras. You're going to be into Merkaba. You're going to be into Reiki, maybe. You're going to be into sensing paranormal. And so this is just something that you gravitate to. You don't feel like you're from this place. You feel like you miss home, that this isn't your home and you're missing it. Even if you don't understand it, you know you're from the stars, or you're interested in other worlds, other lives, other beings. You're into aliens, you're into angels, archangels, you're into spirit guides, you're into orbs. like, dude, I was living with family. I showed them the video of all the orbs, and what could they say? They had nothing to say. It didn't compute. So, and we're not like religious people who are trying to convert. We're not trying to convert people. It's about free will. Converting, getting people to go to your beliefs, that's not love. That's a form of vampirism, a form of control, a form of manipulation, a form of judgment. Because you think their beliefs are something wrong with their beliefs. Frey! Holy One, thank you, Star Sister. Sending love and gratitude to my Indigo fam. What's up? Those numbers, 999. Machiwa, thank you, Frey. You're awesome. Much respect to you and your journey. Yeah, it's not converting, but you can open a dialogue. You can plant seeds. Think about it. Maybe you're talking to another starseed. Maybe you're talking to another potential indigo. And they just need a few seeds planted to remember. Because think about it. We're starseeds and indigos, yes, but we're born into programming. There's a huge freaking spiritual bondage here. There's all these, negative alien agendas. We have reptilians, Anunnakis, we have different fallen angelic beings who hate us. And so, a lot of times they use trickery. They use trickery, right? First of all, to say that they're good and to follow their false, distorted New Age systems, their false creeds of religion. They want you to think like them. They want you to behave like them. They want you to just only be aware of what they want to give to you here. And so, yeah, that black truck is mine. Was it obvious? I got that name easy, no problem. Christos. Available, 7 letters. Wow, cool. Because it has to be 7 letters for some reason. As far as I know. I was living in that truck for a little while. So, yeah. I'm actually surprised it hasn't started yet. So, but anyways, I don't know, you guys, I'm just so grateful, so extremely grateful that I found this information, this knowledge. it is called the freedom teachings. I felt it freed my mind. It answered most of my questions, the inner crystals. You know, wasn't an expert. I wasn't trying to, I didn't know everything, but I saw the interview with Carrie Cassidy and Shauna Dean, and then right away I found out who she was. I found her information and got her books, Voyager's 1, Voyager's 2. It was a long read, but dude, it just, usually on a spiritual journey, we're going through all these paradigm shifts. Like, we change our beliefs and ideas, and I went through several of those until I found the inner crystals. And so I was just grateful to have all my deepest answers, about the afterlife, about God, about consciousness, about psychic abilities. Of course, other places and authors and beliefs talk about this stuff, but people taking some photos of it. But I didn't. It was the only thing that I resonated with, and that is always an important. Someone's playing the handpan. That's always an important sign, you guys. You take that as a sign when you resonate with something. Pay attention to what you resonate with. It's not a not sure. If it's a not sure, you're on the fence about something. It's not a resonance yet. When you feel a resonance, you pay attention to that kind of stuff. Yeah. And so I felt a huge resonance with the inner crystals teachings, and I only knew about the Voyager's books. I didn't know there was more until I found out she had a workshop to go to in Phoenix, and I went in 2010 and saw the workshop. It was way too advanced for me. It was Sliders 8. But while I was at the convention, or is that what you call it, a workshop, I took the Cathara system. So I was still meant to go there, because that's where I was introduced to Cathara. Dude, they're going to start. So it'll take me 10 minutes to set up the next live. I love you guys. I want to get on the medicine. Get lit with me, you guys. This is going to be powerful. The music is usually awesome. So sorry about the short live, but this is going to be another live right now. I'm going to make another live right now. So peace to you guys. Give me 10 minutes and I'll do another live. And thank you all for being here. Thank you for those donations, holy ones, brothers and sisters. I love you. You're my family. We're fam. Much respect to your journey, and we're not done. This is a group effort. It's not about Ashiana. It's not about me or someone else. It's about all of us. I got hair in my mouth. We're a team. It's literally called Team Indigo. Peace and love to all of you. That sounded more like a appetizer. That wasn't the actual. But I think they're about ready to get ready. I love you guys. See you in 10 minutes, okay? Yeah. Hopefully I can get my camera to stay still without all this wind. I don't know where the stop button is.